Hello everyone, welcome to the Chippewa Falls High School virtual code meeting for July 27th, 2020. The meeting has two objectives: for you to understand the new updated code and also for you to understand what's to be expected for this upcoming fall. Here's the contact information for me as well as Kelly Nichols, the administrative assistant in the activities department. We are very proud of all the opportunities that students have at the Chippewa Falls High School. Being involved in education-based athletics and activities allows a positive value system for all involved. We ask that each family considers becoming part of our Booster Club. They meet the second Wednesday of each month at 6:30 p.m. in the high school. Our main fundraising event is the Extravaganza held each April. Each student will also be asked to sell raffle tickets as a source of revenue, and we ask that each family consider working a concession shift or two during the school year. Our competitive activities code was recently updated in the spring of 2020 by a committee of teachers, coaches, administrators, and parents. You can find it on our Chi-High Activities and Athletic website and also within the registration system when you register your son or daughter. This is a list of all the many opportunities that our students are allowed at Chippewa Falls High School. The first step to becoming eligible is to complete the online registration through our website. Here you'll find the emergency form, the physical form or alternate year card, concussion acknowledgement form, agreement to the competitive activities code, and also pay your activity fee through Infinite Campus. You can also pay your fee in person at the high school main office if you choose. There is a one-time physical extension form through the WIAA this year if you're having trouble getting into your provider due to the pandemic. We do 4 different grade checks at different times throughout the school year. The mid-semester progress grade for first semester, also first semester grades, mid-semester progress grades second semester, and second semester grades. If a student earns 1 F grade for a mid-semester progress grade, he or she will be considered ineligible to compete for the first or next 10% of the maximum number of contests in the student's activity. The student will still be allowed to practice during that period of ineligibility. If a student earns 2 or more F grades for a mid-semester progress grade or 1 or more F grades for a semester grade, he or she will be considered ineligible to compete for a period of 15 scheduled school days. The student will be required to get a grade report signed by his or her teachers on the 16th school day and be passing all classes to regain eligibility. There are 3 parts to our code of conduct, enforced 24/7, 365. Number 1, the student must refrain from use, distribution, or possession of any amount of alcoholic beverage, tobacco products, including vape devices or lookalikes, or controlled substances, paraphernalia, or illegal performance-enhancing substances. Number 2, the student must not attend gatherings where alcohol or other controlled substances are being used. Exceptions to this would be student attends the gathering and leaves immediately when they become aware of the illegal use, attendance at an establishment such as a restaurant, or at a family gathering where alcohol is being consumed by adults. And number 3, the student must refrain from any socially unacceptable behavior that's discrediting in nature to the standards of our community or school. You can see many items listed within the document. The first violation of our activities code would result in a suspension from competitive activities for the first or next 10% of the total number of competitions, as well as 20 hours of community service. Students who admit to the violation before the administration becomes aware of the situation will have the community service hours waived. This includes all in-season or out-of-season violations. A second violation of our code would result in suspension from competitive activities for 50% of the total number of competitions scheduled, as well as 20 hours of community service. If students admit or self-report before administration becomes aware, they will have their community service hours waived. A third code violation or any subsequent code violations would result in a 1-year suspension from the date of the occurrence. A meeting to determine readmittance into competitive activities program would take place prior to rejoining our programs. At the heart of any successful program, coaches, parents, and student athletes all come together to create the best possible scenario for our students to have success. This fall especially, we'll have some unique challenges with the coronavirus pandemic. My hope is that we can all do our part and understand the situation so we can still provide opportunities for our students. Some of the examples would be hand sanitizing upon entry and exit to practice and games. Coaches will wear masks when in close proximities to others. Students will be strongly encouraged to wear masks when social distancing is not possible. Locker rooms and other common areas will be restricted to a small number of students at a time. Shared equipment will be sanitized often and after each practice and game. Accurate attendance and symptom checks will be performed at the beginning of each practice, home competition, and prior to leaving for competitions. Seats on buses will be limited, so parents are encouraged to transport your son or daughter when possible. Students should leave immediately after practice and games to return home to shower and wash clothing. Game management, officials, and media will be asked to wear masks. We will likely be limiting spectators at home events to household family members only, with social distancing and tracing guidelines in place. Attendance at away games will vary depending on the opposing school's policies. Your patience and flexibility during this unique time is greatly appreciated. Thank you for watching this video of our virtual code. Good luck this year.